Winemaking is a complex and time-consuming procedure. From the time a new grapevine is planted until the time it produces its first harvest can be up to 3 years. After that, it could be another 2 years before the wine is ready to be bottled. But when terroir and winemaking skills combine, the finished product is worth the wait. There's an idiom that says wine is poetry in a bottle. Winemaking, like any other artistic venture, takes skill, dedication, and time. And the Japanese Koshu is a perfect example of this description. While many grapes are grown in Japan, including the hybrid red grape Muscat Bailey A, foreign types like Merlot, Pinot Noir, and Cabernet, and rising levels of very excellent Chardonnay in the whites, the Koshu grape has been the principal focus of Japanese vignerons seeking to separate themselves in domestic and international markets. Why? For the simple reason that Koshu is a perfect wine complement to the flavors of Japanese cuisine, from the delicate characters of sea-based sashimi to the strong umami flavors of sea urchin. The origin. Even though Koshu grapes were farmed in Japan for at least 1,000 years, their use in winemaking didn't start until the 1870s. Before that, it was farmed only to be eaten. But even so, the history of the Japanese wine industry is inextricably linked to the use of Koshu, as the first bottles of wine in Japan were produced from this grape in the city of Kofu, located in the center of the Yamanashi wine region, where 95% of all Koshu is farmed today. But what is Koshu, and what is so special about it? The Koshu grape is a hybrid type that is believed to have evolved through the natural pollination of European Vitis vinifera and an Asian Vitis species. Its naturally thick skins make it perfect for the humid climate of Japan, where it makes wines of finesse. In 2009, Koshu of Japan was founded to champion the grape, and in 2013, it was recognized by the OIV, adding greater impetus to Japanese wine producers to promote the variety more widely. Koshu looks like it was designed by a Japanese artist. Its gorgeous, deep pink berries go well with the softer tones of Japan's iconic cherry blossoms. Generally speaking, the shade of Koshu is comparable to that of Pinot Gris or Gewürztraminer, but with a richer pink hue. The majority of Koshu's grapes come from Yamanashi, which is in a viticultural zone in the form of a basin, with vines growing on the lower slopes of the surrounding mountains. Mount Fuji, the beautiful cone-shaped snow-capped volcanic marvel that is the most potent visual icon of Japan, protects the region from the prevailing winds, rains, and typhoons of the Pacific Ocean. Still, this is a wet and humid area. Although Yamanashi's vineyards are located on the 35th parallel north, which also passes through southern Spain and Italy, this section of Japan is different from other European wine regions because of the amount of summer rainfall. Approximately 80% of Yamanashi's annual precipitation of 800 to 1,000 millimeters falls during the growing season, making it one of the rainiest places in the world. As an added bonus, Katsunuma, the center of Yamanashi's wine industry, is one of the warmest spots in all of Japan. When you add the heat and rain in the summer, Yamanashi is more like New South Wales, Australia, and especially Hunter Valley than it is like Sonoma. Koshu, however, thrives in Yamanashi, not only due to its rot-resistant skins, but also due to its natural adaptation to the fertile clay soils of the area, which, importantly, overlay a free-draining volcanic base, preventing waterlogging. Now, how is it grown? Japanese viticulturists, in line with their country's reputation for technological perfection, take unusual measures to safeguard Koshu grapes by training them in high pergolas, where the grapes benefit from better airflow around the clusters and protection from sunlight and heat. For the same reason, whenever it rains throughout the summer, they cover the Koshu grapes with small wax paper hats by snipping them together above each cluster. If not, the water could start the spread of rot, which would spread quickly in this warm and damp climate.